Okay, hi everyone. So this is a little bit of a different video to what I usually make. Obviously, I usually make vlogs and like lifestyle things or things happening in my life. Technically, this is something that is happening in my life, but it's not really like a vlog per se. And I just wanted to document it, maybe to get a little bit of oh my god, sorry. To get a little bit of recognition and some marketing and some promoting for this, and also just to like put it out there because not many people know about this, especially in my life. I've only recently just told the people that I love and care about that I'm properly making this into a big thing. Around like 2022, I started writing a book. I didn't think it was gonna go anywhere. Literally, it was just like, I'm just gonna write because I enjoy writing. I'm a very creative student. Obviously, I do film production at university, so I love creating stories. So I just started writing, and then as the years went on, I forgot about the book and I was like, whatever. And then recently, around last year, I found it again and I started writing. I only had chapter 1 and 2 done in like around chapter in 2022, so I continued from then on, but then obviously I've edited it a lot and stuff. Right now I finished the manuscript. I'll tell you what it's about like later on in the video, what the name is and things, but right now I finished the manuscript. I do have to do a little teensy bit more editing just because it's not fully perfect yet. I did try and self-publish it using the Kindle publishing, self-publishing website, and I was just testing the waters and seeing what it would look like as an actual book. It's not, I have an actual printed copy. I'm not going to show that yet because I want to show you what the book's about. So my book is called June, and I've got a couple notes here, so I will give you some like pointers about what it's about. So June, it's like around a 33 to 40 chapter series, so it's got around, right now I'm editing it, but it's got around 214 pages. I got the inspiration of this book from A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I think that's the author. I think I read that in like around 2022, so that's how I got it. But it's kind of the same, but kind of not the same as well. So I got my inspiration from that. But I'll give you a little bit of the premise, like a spoiler-free premise. So the story is set in Connecticut, so in 2007 in Connecticut, in like a little fake like town called Maine. There is a real town called Maine, but I wanted to create a fake story, like a completely fake premise and story, so I created a fake town. June Windsor is 18 years old. She's 17, almost 18, but she's basically 18. She comes from this wealthy, like very wealthy, seemingly perfect Windsor family, so she is part of the Windsors. She has 2 other siblings. She has, see if you see a theme here, right? She has a older brother called October Isaac Windsor, but he goes by Toby. And she has a younger sister called May Natalie Windsor. So they're named by the months of the year. That was it. Tell me that was cool, was it? Was that cool? So the Windsors are admired, privileged, and extremely well established. They are surgeons. The dad is like a plastic surgeon, which gets you a lot of money. Grey's Anatomy is in my mind, so like, oh my god, what happened to my laptop? Oh god. June, she's the middle child. She's essentially the golden child. She's very popular in school. She's very intelligent. She's well liked and seemingly living the perfect life. She has her own jewelry business, Pieces of Me, which is the name of the jewelry business. She has a boyfriend called Samuel, her friends, and her family. Then her brother Toby had a girlfriend. Her name was Marie Celine. She disappears. So you never actually meet Marie Celine in the story. You just know of her. You've heard of her. You'll see why. But yeah, she disappears. So that's basically what the entire story is about. This lady called Marie Celine. But you don't talk to her. Like, the reader doesn't talk to her. I'm gonna introduce to you the main characters. We'll put pictures on the screen here of what like I imagine them to look like. So we have June Windsor. She's, like I said, 17 turning 18. She has blonde wavy hair. Obviously I have blonde wavy hair, but I didn't imagine her to, like, guys, I'm not in the story, like, it's not me, I promise. She's very academically capable. She loves her literature. So in this book, one thing that stands out, the first chapter, is that she writes in a diary. So at the beginning of each chapter, she kind of writes to herself, because it's how she kind of like retains information. So as she writes, she's like writing to herself. So it kind of, if that makes any sense at all. And then you have Toby, her older brother. He is 19, so he's like around a year and a half older than her. He is also working towards being a plastic surgeon because his dad did that. So he's working towards doing medical school as well. He is Marie's boyfriend, the person who disappeared. He is completely affected by his girlfriend's disappearance, because obviously, like, one day, like, you're happy in a relationship and all of a sudden your girlfriend or boyfriend breaks up with you and just randomly disappears off the face of the earth. Like, where did they go, you know? And then you have Kai, or Kailani Seymour. June is the main character. June is very polished. She's very the golden child. She's very controlled. Kai is the complete opposite. She was one of my favorite characters to write, because she's completely different from June, and she kind of lets June be more like out of her shell. She kind of brings June out of her shell a bit more, and she was just really fun to create and fun to write. She's very rebellious and she's very unpredictable. Like, one minute she'd be doing something and then the next minute she'd be doing completely something else, and you'd be like, what the hell? Her dad is the godson of Givenchy, because in this world Givenchy didn't have children. I don't know why Givenchy. I just wanted her to be the daughter of, maybe not like a actual fashion, like, what do you call them, designer, but like it's tied to it somehow. So she understands power and money and connection. So she kind of understands June a little bit more. We have Sam, or Samuel Hart. Sam is June's boyfriend. He's basically the representation of June's normal life. So you have June's normal life, which is like socializing, going to, not parties, but going to high school, going to this and that. And then you have her home life, which is completely different, very much more controlled, and like, you know, just not fun for her at all. And you have the Windsor family itself. So you have the father, Dante Windsor. He is June's father, well, June and Toby's father. He's very powerful, and he's very extremely controlled. He's very strict, and he's actually, I don't want to give too much away. This is really annoying. But let's just say he's very, very controller. He's very controlling. But no one knows why, because isn't he just a surgeon? Why is he so controlling? And then you have his wife and the mother of the Windsor children, Rose Windsor. She's very elegant, she's very socially polished, and she's obsessed with maintaining the family's image, but also at the same time, she loves her children. She wanted to be a mother from very young. She would do anything for her children. You know, she's still very controlled, but she will absolutely do anything for her children. And then you have Nico Lombardi. He is one of the main characters. He is part of another family called the Lombardis, and they're very wealthy as well, and they're kind of in the same medical area. But he's the son of Luca Lombardi, so he is around 18 years old. Yeah, I'm not going to say too much about his role in the thing, but he is a very big part of the book, and he is one of my favorite characters. Anyway, talk about the themes, so the genres. So themes are like family, wealth, privilege, loyalty, secrets, reputation, power, identity, trust, and then the difference between what a family looks like and what it actually is. So it's kind of like, you know, when people are like, oh, social media is not actually what it seems. It's kind of like you don't know what is going on in each other's lives. Like, you could be absolutely best friends with someone, but you actually have no idea what's going on in their life. You have no idea what they're actually going through day to day if they don't actually explicitly tell you or show it to in like face to face. So it's kind of what I suppose this book represents as well. I'm getting the cover exactly right. I have my book there, which I'll show you at the end, so stay for the end. It's huge, by the way. It's so ugly and it's huge. It looks like a cookbook, but that's why I just wanted to see what it would look like in person. But it's still in the editing stage, so don't you worry. It's really annoying on this Kindle self-publishing website because like I create my cover on Canva, and then with all the right dimensions, and then when I put it on the actual website it says it's wrong dimensions, and I'm like, it's literally the right Bring Out Marketing. So this is my first official video about it, and it is a YouTube video. I'm gonna maybe put TikToks out of there, but I don't like I didn't know if I wanted it to be a big thing or not, but because I'm putting so much time and effort, blood, sweat and tears into it, maybe I do want people to buy it, you know? So what, guys? Sorry guys. Like, if you like the idea of this book, please buy it when it comes out. It would mean so much to me. I'm only 19 years old. I have absolutely no idea how many people are actually going to read this, but I've sent, like I said, I've spent so much time on it that I actually want to give it a chance. So, everyone thinks the Windsors are perfect. June Windsor has the life everyone envies. She's popular, intelligent, adored by her family, and lives in the kind of house people slow down to admire. Nothing ever seems out of place, until one girl disappears. When her brother's girlfriend Marie Celine vanishes without explanation, the town moves on far too quickly. But June can't shake the feeling that something isn't right. The more closely she looks at the people she loves, the more she begins to notice the tiny cracks beneath their carefully curated lives. Some families keep secrets. The Windsors built their lives on them. June is a slow-burning psychological mystery about privilege, loyalty, family, and the dangerous cost of discovering the truth. Try and follow along with this like little mini series until I actually release the book. And when I do release the book, if you want, or if you would like, if you're at least a little bit curious or nosy, you could buy the book. You could. And you could give me reviews about it and things like that. But yeah, this is a huge thing for me. I didn't ever think that I would publish it. Insane. But thank you very much for watching, and I hope you can continue on this journey with me. Bye.